Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Miss you all terribly, and I wanted to do something special for you. I've had a few people ask for some videos, and this today we're going to look at is a rollback. And a rollback is a 180-degree turn of forward motion. In order to have a rollback, you need some components. You need to have a good stop, a good backup. You need to have control of your horse's shoulders, and you need to be able to have a lead departure or lope departure. So breaking down the pieces of a rollback, the first thing that we need to be able to do is stop our horse really square, meaning you have to be square in the saddle, your horse needs to stop square, and they need to back up with try. And what I mean by backing up with try is when you put your heels down and you say, whoa, as long as your heels are pressed down and your seat is in the saddle, I want my horse to back up, just off of those cues. If they don't back up or you draw and nothing happens, they're sticky on the front end, you will not have a nice rollback. You will have a big old U-turn, and that isn't what we want. So in order to get our horse light on their front end, when I bring rein out in a little bit, I'll show you how to stop, and if your horse is sticky on the front, how you can back up, and instead of getting in a pulling match with your horse, which isn't going to work anyways, we can pick up one rein and get the jaw soft on one side and that rib cage, pick up the other rein, break your horse down in their body and get them moving their feet, and that will lighten them up. So we'll go through that. The other thing that we need to be able to do is our horses need to move their shoulders. So if you have done some spins on your horse, you understand what I mean by moving their shoulders. So your outside leg, if I'm going to roll back to the left, this is my outside leg, is going to ask my horse to move. It is similar to a spin. A mistake I see people making is that in the inside leg, which would be my left leg, I don't want you to open that door up, because that is the cue for a spin. As long as that door is open, your horse should keep spinning and going around. So in a rollback, I will just leave that leg there. So my calf is actually there. It is touching them. It might be light. I'm letting them know I need you to move your shoulders in this direction. When we do the rollback, so if I am stopped my horse and I've backed up, I'm going to take both of my hands, I'm going to lift those shoulders. Think about just lifting those shoulders of your horse, really soft. Lift and come towards your hip bone, okay? So here, I'm going to look in the saddle, I'm going to look over my horse, and then boom, there's my rollback. Very important, as soon as your horse starts to move their front feet and try, you have to think about letting go and pushing, putting both legs on. If you're going to be taking your left lead departure, your right leg needs to be a little bit further back in order for them to pick up that lead. And I'm going to start drawing my hands towards my right hip bone. I'm going to look over the saddle. My hips are going to, my horse is going to feel my hips are going to be like, oh, we're going to the right. Here, as soon as my horse starts turning, I'm going to be putting my hands forward, bringing energy up in my body, getting that lead departure. So my right lead departure, this is my leg that is going to be a little bit further back. This is the leg, outside leg, that is asking my horse to pick up that right lead. So important when you do the motions of the rollback, the stop, those asks from you are actually stay calm. You get it? When you ask your horse to roll back and you are coming, like you're here and here, this is where you need to hustle. That's where you can bring your energy up in your body, lift your chest up, just think go like a hot potato. That will really help you to get your horse moving and get that lead departure or get into that lope. I'm going to do, our rollbacks are going to be off of the wall. I'm going to be loping about a 40-foot circle. I'm going to come towards the wall. I'm going to stop at a 45-degree angle. Make sure my horse gets led. I'm not going to roll back. I'm going to abort mission. I'm going to back up until my horse gets light, and then I will roll back. If I come here and I stop and my horse is already trying to turn, that's anticipation. I don't want my horse anticipating. I'm going to just pick up the reins and I'm just going to say, well, you know what, we're actually just going to walk a circle right now to the right, and then go off and go try it again. Don't ever let it be your horse's idea what is happening, whether they are anticipating which direction to go, if they don't want to stop, or if you're loping and your horse is trying to stop on you, just lope past. Lope your circles, and then you can come back to the wall. As long as they're not thinking about it, then you can do your rollback. Another thing you can do, instead of doing loping a circle, if you've got a greener horse or you just don't have a place that you can lope right now, use the wall on a straight line. So you can just walk straight down the wall, stop, shift your horse back. If they're light, okay, if they're light on their front feet, go ahead and roll back. If they're really sticky, just keep backing them up until they loosen up, okay? Then you can do your rollback. So you can just stay on the wall, roll back, come here, roll back. Always roll back towards the wall. That wall will help your horse to actually get back and roll on their hocks. They can't go through the wall. So it's just a really nice tool for you to be able to use. If you don't have a wall, you can use a fence, you can set up some cones, you can put some barrels out. Any kind of a barrier will help you. If you do have any questions, please let me know, private message me. Hope you guys all have fun doing this, and I hope to see all of you soon. Miss you tons. I'm going to be right back, so thanks for watching. I'm going to go and grab Rain and get her ready to go, and we can see what it looks like on a horse. Thank you. Hi everybody. So Rain and I are back. Or I'm back and she's here. So the first thing that we're going to do is make sure our stop is working, like I explained earlier. So I'm just going to do a little bit of trotting, and I'm going to stop and I'm going to back up. If she is doing something not favorable, I will let you know. She was thinking about stopping, so we didn't. So I hope that showed up well. So I said the word, I sat down, my heels were down, and as long as my heels were down, she was backing up, and that's exactly what we want to have. She doesn't have sticky feet. If your horse does have sticky feet, so if you pick up your hands and your horse doesn't move soft on your hands, then you can pick up one rein, bump that inside leg, pick up the other rein. She's wondering, why are you doing this? But we have done this before because she has had sticky feet. So here, I'm just going to pick up this one rein, bump. Girl. I'm going to do a few more trotting and stopping. I'll just do one at the walk here. So she backed up with my heels down. I gave her a little pluck saying, you know what, move your feet faster, and she did. So that's really nice. I'm just going to pick up the trot. Our stop is working, so we're going to add in the 180-degree turn I'm just going to ask her to move her shoulders to the right. So it looks very similar to a spin. I'm just asking for a shoulder movement right now. I'm not asking for a spin. Here. So I know my shoulders are working both ways. So the next component of our rollback is our leap departure. And if you're not doing leap departures yet, you can just practice trotting forward or loping forward. So I'm going to just ask her to pick up her left knee here. And when I ask, I want it right away. Stop. If she gave me that right away, I give her a loose rein. Down into the trot. Walk. Girl, I just didn't want to stop. I'm going to make sure that things are working to the other side. I'm going to ask my horse to be soft. I'm going to pick up my right lead. Tiny bit of a hesitation there from my leg. Loop a couple circles. So now we're going to put it together, just like I explained earlier. We're going to get our stop. We are going to get our horse come back a little bit, light on the front end, and then when we ask for that rollback, I really want you, see your hands, if I'm going to roll back to the right, my hands are going to draw towards this hip. Draw. I'm going to turn and I'm going to look over her bum, and when I am almost around, I'm going to push my hands forward, put my legs on, and I'm going to hustle out of that rollback. We're going to do a couple at the trot. I'm going to use the hard rock sign. I'm going to trot some circles. When you trot, you can keep it pretty small. 45-degree angle. Draw to the hip. You trot forward voice flow so you kind of see. Light draw back to my hip. Trot. Girl. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to ask her to load. I'm going to go past, so she's not thinking about it. In a different spot. I liked her stop, turn, go. Girl. You can speed it up. Don't get too quick. She was anticipating the stop there, so we just kept going. turn. Okay, so I feel good about what I have. So from here, I can ask for a little bit more hustle out of that rollback. I'll do a couple so that you can see what I mean by just asking for a little bit more. There, right hand with air. Girl. So when I ask for the hustle coming out of the rollback, I will mix it up. I might be off of that wall, off of the corner, wherever. I'm going to ask for that rollback when I know she's not thinking about it at all. That's really important in showing in your rundown, in your big sliding stop, is although you have to stop, you can't think about it, because if you think about it, your horse will know. I have a few students that laugh about that because I can tell when they think about it that their horse is going in the ground. Always before I'm going to ask my horse to do something, whether it's lope off, trot, or walk, whatever, I'm going to say, you know what, you're in school right now. I'm just going to bump my leg a little bit, pick my hands up. She knows something's about to happen. And get soft. Really put her head up in that stop, so I'm going to just back her up a little bit here and say, you know what, that wasn't nice. Always remember, if something happens, you need to fix it. I kind of aborted my rollback and fixed her head. I'm exaggerating my hands forward so you can see. Turn, look over. And hustle, hustle, hustle. Girl. You don't want to do that to show them. I'm doing this so you can see where I'm really hustling out. Action, again. Awesome. Fix that, a little curvy there. You notice I picked up my speed as well. My energy's up. Oh, she just anticipated. That's good for you to see. Now I'm just going to fork my rollback. You know, actually, I just really want to go up the circle here. Go up, do it one more time. She's really anticipating now. Good. She wasn't right there. Hustle. Girl. So, you know what? That's a lot for her. And I'm hoping that Rain and I helped you guys out today to see the workings of a rollback, where you start and where you can go. I love this little girl, and you're the first to know, but she is going to be offered for sale. So we're going to do a show video and a sale video, I'll say. Anyways, pretty spectacular little horse. Coming 3 here this year. Again, I really thank you guys for watching, and I cannot wait for this pandemic to be over and for all of us crazy horse people to get back together and get practicing for the shows and get back in the show pen. Take care, everybody. Bye.